Athena Palomino. I'm 20 years old and I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. Modeling like porn modeling or modeling fashion modeling?
I guess if you started with fashion.
I started with fashion back when I was 14.
And when did you start doing porn?
About 4 weeks ago. Plastic surgeon's assistant. I started fashion modeling and modeling period just because I love photography and art myself, and I like to be able to make the artist's like vision come true and like work with them. So the porn thing didn't really happen until after a crazy girls Vegas trip.
Who are your favorite photographers?
Right now, it's actually some of the photographers that I've worked with in Charleston. One is Leroy Maziak, and the other one is Louis Vuitton. So far, what I've disliked about it is when, like, which it doesn't happen very often, but when people don't communicate, like when the cast or designers or makeup artists don't communicate with each other, and then I'm like being pulled around and fussed over, and it's not really even my fault, just because like they didn't discuss things beforehand, and then I end up being there for makeup just for 20 hours. That
Does
could
it
be a
happen
little
more in porn or in fashion?
fashion, most definitely. Fashion is a lot more frustrating. I don't think I felt out of place at all. I've always been comfortable with like nudity, not in like a sexual sense, because I haven't really been sexual, if that makes any sense. Like I was a preacher's daughter and homeschooled. I didn't really date many people, and whenever I did, I was very like kind of closed. I didn't like look at nudity as like a sexual thing. And like even now, like I can kind of like flip the switch whenever I need to be sexual, but I just look at it as it's a body. So fashion, definitely Tyra Banks. Definitely Tyra Banks. And porn, I didn't really know any people from porn before I started. Mm, somewhat. Somewhat. It can be, not in the porn industry, but like in the fashion, it can be degrading at sometimes. Like whenever they Photoshop you to be very skinny, or like want you to lose like 5 or 10 pounds, or like sometimes they can like say things to you that just like really break your heart. But you just gotta have to be a strong character. I do love music. My music tastes are all over the place. So they go from like Shakira to like the Band of Horses to like 311 from like the 90s. I love Pantera from the 80s and Heart, their 70s work. So it's all over the place. I love swimming. I've always been in swim team. I even went through basic training for the Coast Guard. Didn't really work out, but I love sewing, playing with animals. Animals are my thing. I'm always with animals. I had a rescue farm whenever I was younger. I love cooking. I'm Southern, so all the basic like life skills like sewing, cooking, cleaning, being with animals, like farm animals, like that's what I love. I see myself definitely opening up a medical spa. Trying to decide what area right now. Looking how things are growing and how the economy is and who's in the area, the supply and demand, and definitely having a kid